The most iconic hotel in Gothenburg is all surface and no substance. This is my full review of the Clarion Hotel Post in the heart of the second largest city in Sweden. The exterior of the hotel is striking. This used to be the old post office building completed in 1925. That's why it's called the Hotel Post. It's a protected building, but they foolishly chose to add a modern tower in the middle. This just looks bad. Throughout the building, they've kept many of the post-related items like mailboxes. Welcome to the superior room here at the Clarion Hotel Post in Gothenburg. The check-in experience was really smooth. I arrived at the hotel around 1 p.m., which is at least 2 hours before the normal check-in starts, and they were able to check me in. I arrived at the reception with my backpack and my YouTube camera set up, which is what I'm using to record this clip as well. The lady at the reception asked how were the photos coming, and I said it's not so much photos, it's more of a YouTuber setup. After that, I'm not saying because of that, she upgraded me for free to a superior room. I never asked for any kind of special treatment just because I make YouTube videos, but I think I got it without asking this time, and I'm thankful for it. At the same time, I think it's important that I point that out so that you get an authentic and non-sponsored review right here on Markus Travels. The first thing that strikes me is that the sofa bed is open and prepared. This room has space for 3 people. I'm staying by myself today, so I folded it away. The room has more cons than pros, but let's start with the positive. Here are a few of the things that I like about the hotel and the room. And number 1 is the location. We are just next to the Gothenburg Central Station. You couldn't get a more central location if you tried. A great thing about this room is the view. Looking to my left, I have the Gamla Ullevi Sports Stadium. Over there I have the Liseberg amusement park as well. And then right in front of me is the Trädgårdsföreningen, which is a beautiful park area. Particularly during the summer months, this would be amazing. A beautiful green oasis in the heart of Gothenburg. I'm also happy to see a kettle in the room, including coffee and tea. I just wish that they had real neutral black tea instead of the raspberry flavored black tea and the herbal infusion that they have provided. As far as the bathroom goes, I like the fact that there's a separate bathtub and shower. I personally prefer showering in a separate space like that, not standing in a bathtub. The frosted glass door between the toilet area and the rest of the bathroom is also a nice touch, especially if you're staying here with multiple people. Here's 2 more things that I liked about the bathroom. 1, the floor is heated. 2, the towel sets are in different colors, so you know which one belongs to whom. My biggest complaint about this room is that it is really showing its age. Many of the different surfaces throughout the room are scuffed, and they could really benefit from even just a fresh coat of paint. The design of the furniture and the fixtures, it also doesn't really appeal to me. It doesn't seem like there is a single design thought behind. It's a little bit of a hodgepodge of different styles. Another con of this hotel is that the rooftop pool up there on floor number 13 is not included in the price of the hotel. You have to pay an additional 175 Swedish krona, which is about $17, and it just feels very, very petty that that isn't included for free when you're staying here. Typically, hotels in Scandinavia do not have things like resort fees, and while this is optional, it is kind of going in that direction, and I don't like it. There are quite a few more problems. The air in the room did not smell fresh. I really wish I could have opened the window, but unfortunately it was locked. Even with the air conditioning turned off, it didn't improve the smell. The room is dark. It would really have benefited from either some stronger lamps or lights in the ceiling. There was a problem with the shower head. The water flow is not smooth. These water jets feel more like needles on my skin. This head either needs to be cleaned or replaced. Theoretically, you can adjust the head, but in practice, none of the settings were actually comfortable. Included in the price is an extensive breakfast buffet. This is in fact the biggest selection that I had on this whole trip to Sweden. The thing that stands out is that there are so many cakes on the breakfast buffet. many more than at the other hotel in Gothenburg, which I will mention shortly. Unfortunately, the breakfast restaurant is dark. For example, it was hard for me to read the labels on the tea selection. There just needs to be more light here. Typically, I would expect to find napkins in the same place as the plates, knives and forks. But it took me far too long until I found the napkins here. They are on top of the buffet stands or compartments or coolers, whatever these things are called. I did have one more problem with the Clarion Hotel Post, and this is not the fault of the property. In my civilian life, I work for a company called Clarion. The hotel chain is called Clarion. You have no idea how many times I've said the wrong word when preparing this video. Speaking of work, if you want to connect with me on LinkedIn, please check out the link in the description. Throughout my stay, the hotel staff was consistently friendly and smiling. So in person, everything was great, but the way the hotel communicates via email could really use some tweaking. I do not need this many emails before and after my stay. I will give you the price and my recommendation in just a moment. If you got value from the video, please subscribe for more travel tips. And there's also other ways to support below. The price I paid for one night stay was 1,190 Swedish krona, which is approximately $115 US. I booked this on booking.com, which is the site I prefer when I'm not a member of the hotel's loyalty program. Check out the latest price for this hotel and other alternatives with the link in the description below. Even though the price was pretty low, I don't think this represents a good value for money just because of the condition of the hotel. For a much better hotel here in Gothenburg, click or tap the screen right here. That's my full review of the Scandic Göteborg Central, a brand new property just on the other side of the central station and a great choice. Thank you very much for watching Markus Travels today, and I will see you in the next video.